Good evening, everyone. How are you? Yay, okay. Yes, you can yell out an answer. It's so great to see you all tonight. My name is Stacy Carson, and it's my pleasure to welcome you all here tonight to my favorite event of the year, our annual scholarship dinner. We're just so thrilled to have so many of you here, to have this opportunity, this so unique and special opportunity to have our donors of our scholarships come and meet with their students, and just the wonderful conversations that take place. We're just thrilled that you could all be here, and just so grateful for your generosity of generously providing these scholarships that help our students to realize their educational and career dreams. So thank you all for coming. I just want to start by acknowledging a few people here tonight, some special guests in the audience. We have a couple members of our Board of Trustees, our Vice Chair Eric Schmutz, there you are, give it a little wave, and Sydney Nacken, right over here. So thank you for coming tonight. We appreciate it. Joining us are members of the President's Cabinet, including President Benson, who we'll hear from later, and Provost Shauna Mandini, our CFO, Mary Pearson, and Vice Presidents Stuart Jones and Jared Tippett and Danica Suberville. So if you're all here, just raise your hands. Yay. All right. Thanks so much. And then finally, I want to welcome all of you, our wonderful and most honored guests. You, our scholarship donors, the scholarship stewards, and our wonderful SUU students who are the recipients of your generosity. This banquet is such a distinguished event each year on campus. It brings together these, you who fund and steward these gifts and these scholarships with these wonderful students, gives you the opportunity to meet them in person, get to know one another, build relationships, and hopefully you'll share some stories tonight that will be long remembered. So tonight we come together to celebrate all of you, and thank you. I want to also acknowledge that we want to note that the Campbells, for Hal and Joan, and we mentioned them before, have a scholarship fund, the Hal K. and Joan D. Campbell Scholarship, and it's awarded to an outstanding student majoring in music with a piano, composition, or theory emphasis. And I believe one of our recipients is here tonight, Megan Taylor. Are you here? Would you stand up? So yes, so there you go. So we know, there you go. And Jacob and J.C. Lee are here representing the Campbell family, I believe grandson, right? Grandson? Okay, wonderful, wonderful family. So Megan, you've probably had music theory, but you didn't have it from Dr. Campbell, so you're probably lucky. It was very hard. Anyway, but it's nice to represent the Campbell family tonight. They're wonderful, wonderful people. So I want to also thank Chartwells. Here's our wonderful servers walking around, bringing you your entrees. Thank you so much for the staff and in preparing and serving so wonderfully our dinner tonight. So thanks to you all. I'll say thank you to Carter. He's our server. That's the name I know. Okay. I mentioned earlier about the videos playing on the screens, that there are some a compilation of video from our Giving Day. This was our second, we started Giving Day a year ago. This was our second one. We call it Giving Thursday. It's always on a Thursday, and it's in honor of our beloved mascot who so energetically represents our student and the spirit of our students and our campus. So for 1,897 minutes, and you all know the significance of that, right? Our SUU alumni and community come together to support 8 critical areas on campus that serve a wide range of students and that impact their lives every day. And our goal this year for our participation was to have 250 donors, and we actually exceeded that with a final tally of 285 donors that came together and raised over $53,000 for those 8 initiatives. That's $20,000 more than last year, which was our first year doing it. So to any of you who participated in Giving Thursday, we thank you. It's very important, and those dollars go directly to help our students in a variety of ways. So thank you. All right. And I want to share one other little tidbit of information with you before we turn the time over to our students and hear their stories. I'd like to share a little by the numbers about our scholarships, just so you get an idea of how much this program has grown. Obviously, we have more and more people every year coming to this event. We have more and more new scholarships being established. We currently have over 460 privately funded scholarships at the university. Those scholarships include both endowed or annually funded scholarships. And in this academic year, we awarded out over $2.4 million to students, and those were awarded out to 1,016 SUU students. So that's pretty amazing. That's the work that you're all doing. So thank you for that. So tonight, we're going to hear from just two of those 1,016 scholarship recipients as they express in their own words what your generosity has meant for them. We're going to first hear from Gloria Garcia. Gloria is a graduating senior studying social work. Her resilience and determination in both her academic and personal life are really, truly remarkable. It's impressive that she balances an internship at the Student Outreach and Support Center and running her own business, while also being a mother to 3 adult children who are all in college. I think all of them here, she'll tell us that. And in fact, she gets to graduate alongside one of her kids this next month. The fact that she's also a marathon runner and has completed more than 60 long-distance races adds an extraordinary layer to her achievements. Gloria's ability to juggle so many roles while excelling in all of them is a testament to her strength and dedication. So, Gloria, would you come on up, please, and share your remarks with us?
Good evening, donors, faculty, staff, Mrs. Benson, students, and friends gathered here tonight. I am deeply honored to be here with all of you. My name is Gloria Garcia. I'm 46 years old, and I'm a senior in the social work program. I am grateful for this opportunity to be able to share a little bit about my life and my journey at SUU. I'm sorry, a little bit nervous. I was born and raised in a small town in Mexico, and I came to the United States when I was 18 years old, looking for a better life and job opportunities. I had a plan in mind and a goal to gather enough money and go back to my home country to continue education. But my life took a different path. I became a mother at the age of 19 and a wife at the age of 21. We were a young family with 5 children, and the dreams for higher education were put on hold for more than 20 years. I always been involved in my children's education, and when I was volunteering on my youngest preschool, I heard about a program for students like me. They give college credits. I joined the program, and I met 2 professors. Then later, they became my dear friends, and they inspired me to register at SUU. I faced many challenges along the way. English is my second language. Technology was moving a lot faster than I can keep up with. But the hardest of all the challenges was managing my time. It was extremely difficult to be a full-time employee, a full-time student, and a mother. But things began to change when I received my scholarship. Not having to work as much allowed me to invest time on my school assignment that are reflected in my 3.9 GPA. And the best part at all, that I get time to be a mom. My plan after graduation is to take a master program and share the skills that I learned with others. I want and others to improve their lives the same way that I improved mine, and become a bilingual therapist in our community. Tonight, I wanted to express my deeply gratitude with all of you, because if it wasn't for your support, I wouldn't be here tonight standing in front of all of you. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for making this community stronger and for supporting other students like me to achieve their dreams for higher education. Thank you all. God bless you.
Thank you, Gloria. What a wonderful story. And what a wonderful contribution she's going to make to her community as a social worker when she finishes here and finishes her graduate work. And she's already contributed so much here on our campus, so thank you. Let's see, our next speaker, we're going to hear from Cade Brazier. Cade will be graduating with a Master's of Business Administration next month. Last spring, he completed a bachelor's degree in finance from SUU, of course, and he's from the small town of Huntington, Utah, and from a mixed family with 11 children, and they all grew up working in the family's restaurant in Huntington. Cade has been on SUU's basketball team for the past 2 years and on the Student Athletic Advisory Committee for the past year. He also serves as the director of the T-Buckets Memorial Basketball Tournament. This tournament takes place in Huntington, and it raises money for the Trevin Brazier Scholarship, which helps a student from his local community attend SUU. You'll hear more about this in his remarks about Trevin's legacy. Cade currently works for the Levitt Group on the talent acquisition team, and after graduation this spring, he was offered a full-time position with them. So he's going to be staying on, both he and his wife. So we're happy to have them as hopefully longtime residents of our community after graduation. Cade.
Good evening, everyone. It's an honor to be here tonight and express my deep gratitude for those who make scholarships like these possible. Because of your kindness, I, like so many others, have had the opportunity to attend SUU, to beat the odds, and work towards a brighter future. Like many others in this room, the road to college wasn't easy. Growing up in a small town and having 11 siblings, I learned early on the value of hard work and perseverance. From starting my first real job at the age of 12 to receiving a fine of $3,200 at the age of 14 for breaking the law. From being in a wheelchair from ankle injuries at the age of 18 to fighting mental health challenges most of my life. There were many moments when I wondered if attending college was even possible. But thanks to these privately funded scholarships, I didn't have to let those challenges define my future. The scholarships I received gave me the chance to chase my dreams, to play basketball as a Division I athlete, and to further my education as a current MBA student. But I'm not just here to tell my story. I want to share the story of a fellow student who walked these halls, faced unimaginable struggles, and yet still made it to college. Though he is not physically present with us today, his story echoes the resilience within each of us. This student's name is Trevin Brazier, but to me, he is my younger brother. Trevin was someone who truly represented resilience. From an early age, he battled ADHD, bullying, and depression, which made school and life very difficult. But despite the odds, he found a passion for track and field. He dedicated himself to the sport, and his determination led him to become a 3-time state champion while also earning a scholarship to run track at his dream school, Southern Utah University. Trevin was an inspiration. He fought through obstacles, both seen and unseen, and achieved what many thought were impossible for those in his situation. However, after his first semester at SUU, Trevin passed away in 2023. Trevin's story is one I carry with me every single day. It reminds me why opportunities like these scholarships matter. They aren't just financial assistance to students, they are lifelines. They give students a chance to not only pursue education, but to find purpose, to beat the odds, and to become the best version of themselves. Trevin's love for SUU inspired my family and I to create a scholarship in his name. Starting in the fall of this year, a student in need from our local community will receive a scholarship in Trevin's name to attend SUU. To the donors in this room, thank you for paving the way for me to be able to create this scholarship. Your generosity changes lives. It changed mine, it changed Trevin's, and it will continue to change the lives of countless students who just need a chance to rise above their challenges. Because of you, we are all here today. Because of you, I have the opportunity to honor my brother's legacy and to give back in ways that matter. Your impact goes far beyond what you may ever see, and for that, we are forever grateful. Thank you all for believing in students like us, and go T-Birds.
Thank you. Thank you, Trevin. Thank you, Gloria. Weren't those amazing stories? These are tender stories that I know can sometimes be difficult for these students to share, but they find it within themselves to come up here and share these for all of you, so that you see what the impact is that you make on their lives every day. And I hope you're hearing similar stories at your tables amongst the students that are there with you. A couple of years ago, we started a new feature to this event, and we started inviting an alumnus to come. An alumnus that was a recipient of a privately funded scholarship or more while they were in school, and now have been out long enough to be able to look back and reflect and say, you know what, that meant a lot to me, and this has helped me grow and helped me in my career and in my life, and we've been inviting them one back every year to tell us their story. So we're excited about that. So tonight we have someone with us who was the recipient of the A.W. Stevenson Endowed Scholarship and the William H. and Patricia Child Scholarship while attending SUU. Levi Larson, a local Cedar City boy, born and raised here, graduated from Cedar High and later graduated from SUU with his bachelor's degree in accounting in 2008. While at SUU, he met his lovely wife, Erin, who was also an accounting major, and they now have 4 children, 2 girls and 2 boys. Levi started in the financial services industry, not in accounting, so 17 years ago, and while he was still a senior in college, and he worked with several different financial companies before starting his own firm as an independent advisor after just a few short years in the business. He is the founder and owner of Larson Financial Companies, which includes the Larson Insurance and Financial Services, Larson CPA and Advisors, and Larson Williams Wealth Advisors. You see their building up on Main Street. And as a full-time advisor and partner with the Larson Williams Wealth Advisors, Levi spends most of his time helping and working with individuals and small businesses throughout the United States. And we're super excited because now they both are serving on the university's Legacy Advisory Council and helping us as we've help our alumni and friends to navigate how to leave deferred gifts to the university through wills and trusts and estates. So, and they've been very helpful there. So Levi considers himself truly blessed to be able to do what he does right here in his hometown, and is extremely proud to be called a graduate of SUU. So Levi is going to share his story with us.
Good evening. It's a pleasure and honor to be here tonight. My story is not nearly as cool as Gloria and Cade's, but I'll do my best. I would never miss an opportunity to thank donors. As I look back, graduating about 17 years ago, I was very fortunate. The scholarships that helped my wife and myself were wonderful at the time, but as I reflect back, were a lot more important than I realized at the time. In the fall of 2006, I had a math class here at SUU where I met who would be my future wife, Erin Kilpack, who lived in Delta, Utah. We were both accounting majors. And after we got married, we set a goal that hopefully we could get through most of our schooling with as little of debt as possible. While it probably wasn't as hard to do that then as it is today, it was still a struggle then. We were very fortunate. My story is not that great as far as a lot of the difficulties, but once I graduated high school, I was expected to stand on my own 2 feet, as was my wife, and provide for ourselves. And we set a goal that we wanted to be able to have as little a debt as possible. In high school, I graduated with about a 3.8 or 3.9 GPA, just enough to have a couple of A minuses that changed my life for the better. As a perfectionist, those were the best things that could have happened to me. I was awarded the Bill Child Scholarship and a few others that had a huge impact on my life. And as I was listening to Gloria and Cade talk about their stories and how they're also benefiting our community and came from outside of our community, I was born and raised right here in Cedar City. And I think the thing that I reflect on the most is the fact that when we are helping any student, a lot of those students will stay in our community and we all benefit from that. I would like to think to some extent, my wife and I have been able to help quite a few people here in this community by staying here, and I think a lot of our graduates do the same thing. The scholarships that we received, and the ones specifically for me, empowered me to dream bigger, push myself further, and to aim higher. I graduated with my degree in accounting in 2008, and I was working as an accountant at the time and decided that was not for me. So I entered the financial services industry after great advice from my wife to finish my accounting degree that I was pretty much done with. As I think about how these scholarships benefit all of us in the community, about 12 years ago, I hired an advisor within our firm who ultimately became one of the best business decisions that I have ever made in my life. Wade Williams, who I hired right out of SUU, who was also a finance graduate and received private scholarships as well, is now a partner in our firm, and I am very thankful for him and the education that he received at SUU. I don't think we realize how much these scholarships really, really help us. My wife and I, over the last few years, have really made goals to pay it forward as well, and I challenge everybody to do the same, to continue to give as much as you can, push yourself a little more, and you will bless lives. Thank you for believing in me. I'm thankful for SUU, and I will carry the gift of private scholarships with me for my entire life. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Levi. That was wonderful. It's always great to hear those stories. It's great for students to think forward about where will I be in 10, 15, 17 years, and how will I be in a position to be able to give back as well, and think about those scholarships that were so important to you. So thank you. Okay, this is directed to all of you students out there. Each year, if you've attended this event before, you know, but each year at this event, we have the opportunity to award a $500 scholarship. We call it the Donor Appreciation Scholarship to one student in attendance. The winner is selected through a random drawing. All the students who RSVP to come and show it, but their names are thrown in a hat, and we draw one out. And the winner of this year's $500 scholarship is Sophia Lopez. Sophia, would you come on up? And I got a certificate for you. Congratulations. Thanks, Sophia. And thank you for coming. See, it pays to come tonight, right? For students. So wonderful. All right. Well, we're nearing the end of our evening, and thank you so much, everyone, for coming. I'm very honored to introduce you to our final speaker tonight, someone who cares more about the success and well-being of our students than anyone I know, and as well as our faculty and staff, more so than anyone on campus. And it's very evident that she cares, and she advocates strongly for us and our campus statewide, regionally, and statewide, always staying true and following her commitment that we are a people-centered, purpose-driven, and place-empowered institution. She navigates the challenges of higher education with grace and intelligence, and is perhaps the most well-respected president in the Utah system. This we know after the last legislative session, so we're sticking with that. About to complete her 4th year in office, it's my privilege to welcome our 17th president, Mindy Benson.
My goodness, those platitudes make it much more impressive than how I'm feeling about this presidency right now. You know, there was an article in the newspaper on Monday that the average presidency in Utah right now is 3 years. And the average presidency nationally is 5 years, and I'm at 4. So I'm beating the odds. Let's keep going, is what I think about that. Stacy mentioned the legislative session, and it is an honor to represent all of you and represent SUU at the session. SUU has an incredible reputation on the Hill, and it's wonderful to be there and to hear what others are saying about SUU, and I wish I could capture all of those and share that with all of you on a daily basis, because it's the work that our students, our faculty, and our staff do, and the reputation of our community that goes so far, and it's wonderful. So thank you for all that you do. I love this event for the simple fact that our students and our donors get to gather together and to share those stories. And to Cade and Gloria, my goodness, I want to hug you, Gloria, and the obstacles that our students face in trying to finish their degrees and in coming back. As a 20-something-year-old student, you sometimes don't understand the sacrifices that people make to get their degrees. And it's pretty remarkable to hear the stories and think of the sacrifices and the resilience that it takes to get degrees. I love to hear those stories, and it inspires me to do better. As I meet with students and often alumni, I hear heart-wrenching stories of sacrifices that are being made, or how broke they were, or their last bit of ramen is being used. I hear all the stories, and I swear to you, I would become a broke, crazy cat lady instead of just cat lady. But I would open up my wallet and my heart, and I often do quietly help students. But I would go broke helping all of our students. And the fact that you all open your hearts and open your wallets to help our students is what perpetuates the ability for our students to get their education. And I'm so grateful for that. You know, it's been often said that we stand on the shoulders of giants. And it's really cool for you students that tonight you get to meet your giants. You're standing on their shoulders, and they are carrying you through your education right now. Don't take that opportunity to get to know those shoulders, those giants and their shoulders that you're standing on. Make sure that you get to know them, and make sure that you network with them and take care of the relationship. To our students in the room, I want you to think about all that have come before you and the legacy that you are stepping in, and what is your place in that legacy. Will you be in a room like this 20 years from now, like Levi, talking about the experience he had as a student? And where and how can you make a difference in paying it forward for what you are receiving right now? You know, each of our students, we heard two of these great students, and Cade, you made me cry, and I knew as soon as I saw you on the program that I was going to cry. It's just such a touching story, but you've heard their stories tonight, and as I've worked with students for 30 years, I recognize that every single one of our students have a story. Our faculty has a story, our staff has a story, and together those make up the tapestry of SUU. But our students, as you heard tonight, arrive here with challenges and struggles, and they tell us stories of gratitude and resilience. And it all makes them who they are. And this is such a formative time to shape who you will be and what you will be in this world. And your story is just being written right now. And it's a remarkable opportunity to write your story and to have SUU be an important chapter in that. But each donor in this room also has a story. And that may be of a very successful entrepreneurial life, or they may have struggled in college, or maybe they decided not to go to college, or they may have tried and failed at multiple things, but somehow they were successful. And some may be sacrificing greatly to be able to give to a scholarship. Every donor has a story as well. And their story is mostly written. There's still a lot left to write, but those stories are written. But the really cool thing about tonight is that in a chance encounter, you were awarded that scholarship. Your lives and the stories that you're both writing are inextricably intertwined from here on out. And I want you students to make sure that you make these donors a part of your story and write that as a part of your life. I mentioned last year that I came in as a freshman on the Wes Larson Scholarship in biology. I would like to think that Wes, 30 years later, is proud of what I did with his scholarship. I can still identify any bug or any muscle. I know all the bones in the human body, but I don't use my degree on a daily basis. But that set me as a foundation for what I did for the rest of my life. And I like to hope that Wes is proud of the legacy that I am carrying on with him and how I was able to turn out because of his scholarship. So students, as you write your story, I ask you to remember each of your donors, listen to their stories tonight, find out who they are and why it's important to them to support you on your educational journey, then carry on their legacy for them. Wes Larson is not here and hasn't been for a while, but I still continue to carry on that legacy. And as you talked about A.W. Stevenson and Hal Campbell and those scholarships that you are carrying on, they aren't with us. But I remember and have great memories of all of those people, and it's up to us to carry on those legacies. To our donors, thank you so much for believing in our students and investing in their future. And thank you from the bottom of my heart for trusting SUU to help make students' dreams come true. We truly are a special place and an institution of destiny and dreams, and students find that out. And as you launch into your future, remember who gave you the foundation. Thank you all for all you do to invest in our students and all you do to entrust SUU. We appreciate your support. We appreciate you being here tonight. And students, remember, go weave a legacy that we will be proud of. Thank you for all you do, and congratulations.
Thank you, President. That was beautiful, beautiful words of inspiration for all of us, donors, faculty, staff, students especially. So thank you so much. And thank you for everyone for coming tonight. Without you, our generous donors who make these scholarships possible, we wouldn't be here tonight, and we would have far fewer students on our campus, we know. So I want to thank also those that helped us organize this event and worked so hard to make the event possible, dedicated staff and students from the advancement office. So thanks to all of you. You did a great job. And I hope, again, echo what the president said, that I hope you were able to have conversations around the table, make meaningful connections, and learn about each other and take something away that will be inspirational for each of you. Again, can we just have another round of applause for Gloria, Cade, Levi, President, that's our trumpet, our students, all of our students, everyone was. So. It was a really great evening, and I wish you all the best. I want you to continue to, you're welcome to stay as long as you'd like tonight. We're not going to shut down the room for anything. Stay and visit and have a wonderful night and safe travels. Thank you.